What the hell? Alrighty then, the technical difficulties are over, and Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm so happy that I made it because I wasn't sure if this was going to work today. So, hello. Yes, it is the Christmas Eve edition of the Morning Night Live. Yes, we are festive here in the studio. It's lovely, and well, we've been festive for a few days, but I will be right back because I have to play the intro. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. Yes, rain. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 fucking la. Good morning. It is December 24th, 2019. A lovely Tuesday. And it's Christmas Eve, y'all. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas anyway. Even if it's not your holiday, I'm going to greet you with my personal holiday greeting. I'll also say happy holidays for those who are a little bit uptight. And but, I understand that might be just the wrong thing to do. I'm just finding this out, Oh, by the way, really quick, before I get too deep into this, I want to thank some people. A bunch of people have been helping me out this morning. Maddie, I'll tell you first because I saw you retweeted the thing about helping me get to 500 subs. And also you tweeted out the show this morning. Also Necrosol and New Fate. And let's see, we got a whole bunch of people. Necro, I think Truck and Bear, we got Tyler F, and thanks y'all for doing what you do. It's the holiday season, and I'm very happy. Patrice Ripley, a new face. Merry Festive Fesmus Kana Kwanzas. Very good. Yeah, y'all, thank you so much. But I, as I'm going through Twitter this morning, it makes me wonder if you can even say anything anymore because I'm looking at this tweet. Well, here, this is the guy who does the WikiLeaks guy, not WikiLeaks, but WokiLeaks, or not WokiLeaks. It says Boomy Leaks. Anyway, I'm going to show you this real quick. MSNBC, there's no war on Christmas. Also NBC, here's what it means if you say Merry Christmas. Using Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays is no longer about putting a stranger at ease. The primary function of both greetings now is to characterize the speaker, serving as a badge of group identification. Well, you know what? I beg to differ. By the way, I have my festive cup of holiday reparations coffee on hand. Oh, I didn't show you the tweet. Duh. There it is. There's the tweet that you're supposed to be seeing. And let's say good morning to the people who showed up early, because I am so happy that you are here. Real quick, let's see here. Looks like people are strolling in slowly. Good morning, Della Hayes, who gets the bell because you were first. Yo and hello. And good morning, Tyler F., Necrosaw Collins, a.k.a. Necro, Della Hayes, Dell, my buddy, Maddie House of Geek, who's been so kind to me this morning on Twitter, and C. Thomas. Penis. You just want me to say penis on Christmas Eve. Also, Patrice Ripley. Now, Patrice, I don't know if you're new here, but if you are, thank you for coming by. Somehow you got the notification, and also, you must have got. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that little bell thing, because you know how it goes. And good morning, Duck Dog. My dislike, if you're wondering who dislikes me on the streams, that's just a badge of honor for Duck Dog. So don't worry. It's not that people don't like me anymore. It's just Duck Dog. That's me and Duck Dog's thing. That's kind of between me and Duck Dog. So today, it's Christmas Eve. And you know how like Fridays are normally like news dump day? I'm kind of anticipating the idea that today might also be a news dump day, because I know a lot of people, when a holiday like Christmas is on a Wednesday, a lot of people just take the rest of the week off. So this kind of functionally, at least from a news standpoint, is very much like a Friday. And so I'm anticipating there'll probably be some news dump items at the end of the day that we'll talk about tomorrow. By the way, programming note, I am doing my show tomorrow on Christmas Day also. What happens in my household is we usually have family and friends over on Christmas Eve, and I make a big pot of chili, and we have lots of really nice. My wife is just like the queen of making appetizers. She makes the coolest little appetizers. She makes little mini Capri salads and little like 3 different kinds of dips that you can dip chips and stuff into, and she makes all this stuff. And I make chili. And I buy some shrimp cocktail and I put that out. So, but not the chili is very good. I use hamburger, chorizo sausage, hot Italian sausage, andouille sausage, and then just seasonings and tomatoes and whatever, the stuff you put in chili. And then I'm not big on having beans in chili, but I put beans in this chili, probably less than you're probably used to. But anyway, love chili for it's everybody. Don't think you're special, Marty. What? Wait, what? What did I do? Yeah, what? I'm not sure what that meant. Oh, it's everybody. Don't think you're special. I am special, Duck Dog. I'm just saying. I know that I'm special. And I see what you're saying. You do that for everybody. Well, that's okay. That's your thing, and you know what? I appreciate you interacting with my shows. Anyway, so and then so we have family and friends over on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is usually just a day where it used to be when my kids lived in my house. Christmas Day was just a day for us to hang out. We'd call all our other relatives around the place. We used to drive to my mom's down in Omaha to take a 6-hour drive every Christmas morning, but we don't do that anymore. We usually take a weekend, either before or after Christmas, to do that. So Christmas Day is a chill day. So for me doing the show, I'm usually up early and before my wife is anyway. So I will be doing my show tomorrow, and just like every other day, Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. Also a reminder, the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please share the stream out. And if you like what we do, hit the like button, and I'll remind you of that later. And also share. And then also, if you want to do super chats, you can do that through the Streamlabs link in the description down below. It will also show up in the chat every once in a while. So today, since it's kind of a news dump day, I just decided to go through Twitter and find some stories that are happening either as we speak or that are prominent on Twitter, and we'll go through a few of those. And then also just couple more thank yous. Rolling Bear, thanks for tweeting out the show. I think I got everyone to tweet out the show. So anyway, now what's interesting, if you follow the news in the States, it's completely dominated by pretty much one thing, and that is our president, because our president's really good at getting people to talk about him. And so when I saw this story, I thought, this is kind of strange. I sort of heard about this, but this is from a couple days ago. By the way, good morning, Rolling Bear. I see you made it into the chat too. I really, you forget that there are really a lot of things happening in the world that we don't really talk about a lot. And so this one I thought was really interesting. Apparently in Iran right now, Iran's leader ordered crackdown on unrest. Do whatever it takes to end it. There's a lot of people dying in Iran right now. Cryptic, why wasn't I subbed? I don't know. I thought you were subbed. Good morning, Cryptic, by the way. I'm glad you're here. If you're not, hey, hit the sub button, click the bell, and do all that stuff, okay? No, you've gotten everyone. No, you've gotten everyone who retweeted LOL. I always tweet it from here before typing. Oh, did you? Did I miss that? Hang on, I'm sorry. Thank you, by the way, Dell. I appreciate that. I don't even see yours on here. Usually, you do it quite often. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Why wasn't I subbed? Because YouTube sucked. There you go. All right, cool. All right, let's get back into this article, because this is one that I hadn't really paid attention to. So after days of protest across Iran last month, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei appeared impatient. Gathering his top security and government officials together, he issued an order: do whatever it takes to stop them. That order, confirmed by 3 sources close to the Supreme Leader's inner circle and a 4th official, set in motion the bloodiest crackdown on protesters since the Islamic Revolution in 1979. About 1,500 people were killed during less than 2 weeks of unrest that started November 15th. The toll provided to Reuters by 3 Iranian Interior Ministry officials included at least 17 teenagers and about 400 women, as well as some members of the security forces and police. So clearly, women and trans women of color were most effective. Sorry, that probably wasn't a great joke. The toll of 1,500 is significantly higher than figures from the International Human Rights Group and the United States. A December 16th report by Amnesty International said the death toll was at least 304. The U.S. State Department, in a statement to Reuters, said it estimates that many hundreds of Iranians were killed and has seen reports that the number could be over 1,000. The figures provided to Reuters said 2 of the Iranian officials who provided them are based on, the figures provided to Reuters said 2 of the Iranian officials who provided them are based on information gathered from security forces, morgues, hospitals, and coroner's office. So, man, yeah, Cryptic, that's the first I've heard of it too. That's really wild. Now I knew that there was. Okay, so I remember hearing about the protests in Iran, and they were literally in the capital shouting "Death to Khamenei." Okay, the supreme leader, or whatever, the Supreme Ayatollah, whatever they call him, as far as his title. But I didn't know that it was that bad. The government spokesman's office declined to comment on whether the orders came from Khamenei, and on the November 17th meeting, Iran's mission to the United Nations did not respond to a request for comment for this story. In a statement Monday following publication of this article, the spokesman for Iran's Supreme National Security Council described the death toll figure as fake news, according to the semi-official Tasnim news agency. What began as scattered protests over A surprise increase in gasoline prices quickly spread to one of the biggest challenges to Iran's clerical ruler since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. By November 17th, the second day, that unrest had reached the capital of Tehran, with people calling for an end to the Islamic Republic and the downfall of its leaders. Protesters burned pictures of Khamenei and called for the return of Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of the toppled Shah of Iran, according to videos posted on social media and eyewitnesses. So that's crazy. I mean, I remember I was in like in ninth grade when the Islamic Revolution happened in Iran, and they ousted the Shah of Iran. He went into exile, and Iran really used to be kind of a modern jewel in the Middle East. And a lot of the, return to Islamic law kind of began there. I mean, it was, a lot of the Middle East was very modern, and he, now granted, I don't know that the Shah of Iran was a great guy, but the country, I mean, plus they had their many years wars with Iraq, but that was one of those major events that probably was the downfall of Jimmy Carter, because when the Iranian government fell, and then they took the American hostages, and then the hostages were not returned during Carter's time as president. Actually, I think they returned them just before Reagan was inaugurated. But yeah, that's wild, and it'll be interesting to see, because there is a movement in Iran right now that you don't hear. We don't spend a lot of time in the press, but a movement in Iran again to, like they said, remove the Islamic Republic and return to sort of a kingdom style place. So look at pictures of Iran before and after the revolution. Yeah, no, before the revolution, Iran was a very, very modern place. Where you'd see, it was very westernized. Now I don't know if that's good or bad for the culture of Iran, but clearly the revolution there hurt and killed a lot of people. So interesting news that you just don't hear about anymore, or not anymore. You barely hear about, because all we hear about in the United States anymore is Donald Trump. Donald Trump basically overshadows the news of the entire world. Although we did hear some Brexit stories. Speaking of, let's see. Speaking of stories tangentially related to President Trump, apparently it seems to be Hunter Biden week at the New York Post. A couple stories about Hunter Biden. That's why he's in my thumbnail today. The first one, well, apparently Hunter Biden allegedly linked to multiple criminal probes. And I don't mean probes like the kind that you get when the aliens come and snatch you away, but we're talking investigations. Hunter Biden is the subject of multiple criminal investigations related to fraud, money laundering, and a counterfeiting scheme. It's claimed in a court documents filed Monday in his Arkansas paternity case. The claims were put forward by a Florida-based private eye firm, DNA Investigations, in Biden's ongoing case against alleged baby mama, London Alex Roberts, a former Washington, D.C. stripper who went by Dallas. It's hard to keep a straight face reading this story because it's, oh my gosh, the formerly dishonorably discharged cocaine addict who had got cushy jobs because his dad was the vice president, and then got a hooker pregnant and has a baby from the hooker, trying to pretend that he's in poverty. Anyway, the claim. Let's see. Soon after the claims were filed, a judge struck the allegations down because they were filed by an intervener, according to court papers. Biden filed a motion to strike down the claims, arguing the notice is filed by a non-party simply to make scandalous allegations in the pending suit to gain some media attention. Well, I'm telling you, it's gaining some media attention, so that shit is working. Biden, 49, is the subject of more than one criminal investigation involving fraud, money laundering, and counterfeiting scheme, the filing alleges. Now, I don't know where these cases or criminal investigations are being done. I'm guessing at least one has to be related to his little job, that little side job he had in Ukraine that made him $80-something thousand a month or whatever, or $50,000, whatever it was, between $50,000 and $80,000 a month. I don't think it matters what the actual figure is. It's between $50,000 and $80,000 a month. So it's something. Anyway, one of those purported investigations relates to Burisma Holdings, the Ukrainian energy company with which Biden held a lucrative board post while his father, Joe, Joe, we all know Joe, crazy Uncle Joe, slow-mo Joe, quid pro quo Joe, creepy Joe, the touchy-feely, hair-sniffing, finger-licking, I was going to say dong-sticking, but I don't know about all that. Booger-flicking, creepy Joe. His father Joe was vice president, drawing allegations of impropriety from Republicans, including President Trump. Now, who could say that's impropriety? Just because your dad's the vice president and his main focus is foci, that's the plural of focus, his main foci were Ukraine and China, exactly the two places where Hunter Biden made tons of money. Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. Good morning, Bob H. Just a coincidence. Biden and a group of business associates established bank and financial accounts with Morgan Stanley for Burisma Holdings Limited for the money laundering scheme. DNA claims further alleging that the account showed an average account value of nearly $6.8 million with an M between March 2014 and December 2015. Biden and others, including Devin Archer, John Galanis, and Bevan Cooney, allegedly utilized a counterfeiting scheme to conceal the Morgan Stanley et al. Average account value. DNA claims in the papers filed at the Circuit Court of Independence County, Arkansas. Am I buffering? Oh, what the hell? Oh, I see. It had a little skip frame problem. I think all you got to do is refresh. Yeah, I'm having a little error. I don't know why. Let's see if it works for me. We'll try it. Ooh, that's not good. Didn't come back. Okay. Yeah, I think well, I don't know. Yeah, there it works. Just refresh. Sorry about that. Good morning, Richo. Merry Christmas. And Maniac Man. And I think I had everybody there. All right. Okay, so, wrong story. Back to this one. So anyway, Galanis, Arch, and Cooney were found. Filing additionally alleges that Biden had a hand in the plot, including Galanis, Cooney, and Archer, to rip off Sioux Native Americans to the tune of $60 million through the shady sale of tribal bonds. What? I've never heard that one. They have a separate story for that too. What's this linking to? Porn's new king busted. Oh, no. For ripping off Indians. This is from May 2016. Okay, now how is Hunter Biden involved in this? Now this is Biden's partner, Galanis. Apparently, Jason Galanis, a man who in 2004 was called Porn's new king, And that's his. That's Biden's business partner. Porn's new king is Hunter Biden's business partner. Anyway, was arrested by FBI agents at his Los Angeles home on Wednesday and charged with taking part in a $60 million scam that ripped off impoverished South Dakota Sioux and others. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's what that's about. Let's see. Biden did drum up business for the scheme. DNA claims in its filing. Wow. Anyway, so yeah. And Christmas is here. Yes, it is Christmas in Australia right now. So everybody wish Richo Merry Christmas. I think don't I have a couple of Australians here? If you're in my stream or in my chat or lurking or whatever, raise your hand if you're from Australia, and everyone can go ahead and wish you a Merry Christmas right now. That would be fantastic. Please, please, please. He snorted coke off. Wait, where I missed it now. He snorted coke off her when he knocked her up. Yeah, that's the story. No, I think the story that is he was smoking crack with her. But anyway, give a big Merry Christmas to Richo, who's in the land down under, where it is already Christmas Day or Christmas. Well, let's just say it's a very early Christmas morning, and also say good morning to Green Thunder to Mighty. So the other story related to this little deal in Arkansas that Hunter Biden's having some issues with. Apparently, they've been finding some of Hunter Biden's assets. Remember how Hunter Biden? I don't know if you were listening to this a couple of weeks ago, but they were saying that Hunter Biden was, I wouldn't say indigent, but that he was broke. He's trying to say he's broke because, he's got a new baby that he should be paying child support for, and they're trying to determine his assets, and he's been trying to kind of hide assets here and there, whatnot. Well, apparently, broke Hunter Biden owns a massive home in the swanky Hollywood Hills, according to court records. Recovering crack addict. The Washington Post is so awesome. It's almost tabloidish, isn't it? Is that a word, tabloidish? It's somewhat tabloidish. Recovering crack addict Hunter Biden. I almost forgot. You guys, you got to tell me when I forget these things. Hold up. Now, we can't do... normally, I would be playing some funk. But it is Christmas. Now, I don't have any really super traditional Christmas music, but I have music that is Christmas-esque. And I know I'm using a lot of words that don't exist today, but you know what? It is the Morning Night Live, and we do that around here. So rather than playing music that is the traditional Christmas music, I have lots, like I said, music that is Christmas-esque. Now, do I have this off right now? I want to make sure I don't blow if you're wearing headphones, I don't want to blow your ears out. So we're gonna have to have some music, but I got to turn it to a volume that works before I hit the button that says go ahead and go. Now, why can't I hear this? Oh, because I have my volume way down. Okay, so let's do this. All right, now this is when I say Christmas-esque is because you probably won't recognize any of it, but it sounds somewhat like something that would be Christmassy. And then let me get it to a good volume here. That should be good. Can you hear the music, folks? Do you feel it? Do you feel the spirit of Christmas just enveloping your soul? It's kind of the piano going there. You'll hear some sleigh bells and stuff like that. It's very comforting, Christmas music. Anyway, all right, let's get back into Hunter Biden and his, he's almost like, what's the guy from Gilligan's Island? Oh, that's too loud, isn't it? Is that too loud? Tell me how my volume is. We'll figure it out. Let me Let me chill this down a little bit. I gotta stop the Ace of Spades one here. Let's stop that. Okay, that's probably why I'm buffering. Alright, that's a little loud, isn't it? Okay. There, that should be better. Alright. Back to Hunter Biden. Oh, did my chat stuck? Okay, never mind. All right, so anyway, recovering crack addict. Back to the recovering crack addict. Hunter Biden owns a home in one of the swankiest neighborhoods in America. It was revealed Monday. The son of former Vice President Joe Biden shares a zip code in the Hollywood Hills with celebrities such as Ben Affleck, Christina Aguilera, Holly Berry, according to documents filed in Hunter Biden's Arkansas paternity case. The 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, mid-century home is valued at $2.5 million and sits at the end of a private gated drive and includes a pool. Biden, 49, is currently expecting his 5th child with 32-year-old wife Melissa Cohen Biden. But child number 4 is with a stripper. Okay. The property was sold on June 19th, records show, but it's unclear how much Biden paid for it. One day after the sale, a former Washington, D.C. stripper filed a petition for paternity and child support against Biden in Arkansas Independence County Circuit Court. So look at this. We're getting some. Are they showing some pictures here? Is this the house? No, that's not the house. Well, this is the house. Now, you know what's weird though? $2.5 million in the Hollywood Hills. I don't know that gets you that much of a house, but this is a nice little house. This looks like the house. What was that movie? It was like the Frankie Lyman story. This kind of looks like that house with the pool with the glass doors. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, the Frankie Lyman story. If you're familiar with Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, there's a movie they did about it. Why Do Fools Fall in Love? That's what the movie was called. Anyway, 2 recovering crack addicts downvoted the stream. Well, one of them's Duck Dog. That's Duck Dog always downvotes the stream. That's Duck Dog's thing, and I get that. One day after the sale, a former Washington, D.C. stripper, anyway, London Alex Roberts, 28, says she gave birth to Biden's kid, Baby Doe, Baby Doe, that's a dumb name, in August 2018. Now, Biden initially denied having sex with Roberts, but she filed court papers that said DNA testing proved his paternity with scientific certainty. In response, Biden filed court papers that said he was not contesting paternity, but needed more time to consult with his accountants. At the time, he still had a $50,000 a month. Well, excuse me, I'll say it again. Somewhere between $50,000 and $83,000 job a month. He still had a job with Burisma Holdings, but he recently resigned from that board. But he was doing billions of dollars, at least in volume, in China, where Joe Biden, his father, was. Never mind. We've talked about that story. We don't want to cast aspersions, do we? Anyway, reports said Hunter was paid more than $50,000 a month while he served on the board of Ukrainian natural gas company Burisma between April 2014 and April 2019. He submitted an affidavit of financial means on December 16th, but the document is sealed. Roberts, meanwhile, released 5 years' worth of her tax returns and other financial documents to the court. The documents listed her as having worked for Hunter and his company, Owasco PC. Wait a minute. So this woman was not only a former stripper, but he also worked for Biden? Baby Doe, like John Doe or Jane Doe. Is that, oh, because, okay, they didn't want to name the baby for privacy purposes? Okay, I get it. Never mind. I thought that was just a dumb name because, people give their kids dumb names. But anyway, she worked for Hunter Biden and his company, Owasco PC. That company is registered at the same Hollywood Hills address that court papers list as Hunter's address. So, oh God, he was running whatever that business was out of his house and was paying her. Wait a minute. This is so convoluted. Anyway, Hunter tied the knot with Melissa, a South African beauty contestant, I don't know, on May 28th. So this is after he dumped his brother's So let's see, he was dating. So okay, I'm confused. So he was originally, when his brother died, he left his wife and started dating his brother's widow. And he was with his brother's widow for a few years. But then while he was dating his brother's widow, or whatever, when he was with her, he got a stripper pregnant. And then he dumped his brother's widow, but ended up marrying this South African beauty. But now he's married and about to have his 5th kid with the South African beauty. But his 4th kid is the daughter or whatever, child of a stripper that he had sex with while he was still doing crack. And the stripper was on his payroll of one of his companies. Okay, I don't know. Apparently they live in Los Angeles now, Hunter and Melissa. According to a New Yorker profile of Biden, which said he moved there in 2018 in order to completely disappear. Hunter Biden, you know what Hunter Biden would be perfect for? Which company has those commercials? The commercials, is it the Snickers maybe? Or who? The commercials where the tagline is, "Do you want to get away?" So anyway, she's a model, not a beauty queen. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know anything about her, but good God, this guy's he's a one-man telenovela. So anyway, Hunter's disappearing act could be difficult at the Hollywood Hills home, where nearly every room has walls of floor-to-ceiling glass windows. He will be questioned under oath at a hearing in the paternity case on January 7th, 2020. So, on January 8th, 2020, we'll probably get some news about Hunter Biden. I don't think they haven't sealed that case. Good afternoon to you, Peter Almond, wherever you are in the afternoon. I'm glad you are here enjoying our day on Christmas Eve on the Morning Night Live. Merry Christmas. All right, so we're going to move on because I'm done talking about Hunter Biden. So, did you all see this story the other day? There was this woman in Iowa who basically decided that she literally attempted vehicular homicide. She decided she hit a girl with her car because the girl was Mexican. She literally swerved off the road and hit this girl with her car. Terrible, terrible story. Now, I'm doing it as I look at the DuckDuckGo search here. Hang on, see if I can move this to the. What is going on with my screen here? Let me fix the. Oh, I know. I had this moved over because there. Let's get it on the screen. Good God, this is terrible. And then then you can see it better. There we go. All right, now we'll move that over. So I did my DuckDuckGo search here, and here it is, and it's all over the news. Okay, we got it's in the Daily Beast, it's in the Miami Herald, it's on CBS News, it's in Insider.com, womensjournal.com, New York Daily News, Washington Times, The Resource with New York Post. Everyone talked about this story because it's basically a national news story because this woman intentionally ran down this 14-year-old girl. So here's the story of the Washington Post. This is terrible. This is a terrible story. Iowa woman intentionally ran over a 14-year-old girl with car because she was Mexican, according to the police. An Iowa woman is charged with attempted murder after she admitted to intentionally running over a 14-year-old girl with her vehicle because she thought the girl was Mexican, Clyde police said Friday. Nicole Marie Poole Franklin, 42 of Des Moines, drove her 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee off the roadway and onto the sidewalk where she struck the 14-year-old girl who was walking to an activity at Indian Hills Junior High, Police Chief Michael Venema said in a press conference. Now, Clive, Iowa is a suburb of Des Moines, if you're not familiar where that might be, or if you care. Ms. Franklin left the scene of the crime and the girl was treated for several injuries at a nearby hospital, according to police. Franklin told investigators that she ran the girl over because she was, in her words, a Mexican, Chief Venema said. She went on to make a number of derogatory statements about Latinos to the investigators. I want to say in the strongest possible terms that there is no place in our community or any other for this type of hatred and violence, he said. We are committed to stand by and support this family and work diligently with them to seek justice. Ms. Franklin is charged with attempted murder and is being held at Polk County Jail. It's a terrible story, and she absolutely deserves to be in jail or whatever for doing this. Now, but it's interesting. It was everywhere in the news. It became a national story, and I'm sure that's because I'm sure in the Trump era, this woman, Now, there is a couple fascinating things. Because of Trump, this is a national story, okay? Because the girl's Mexican, and this woman tried to hit her with a car. And this, like I said, the woman deserves to, please, throw away the keys. Fuck the FTG to this, what's her name? Nicole something, whatever. I already closed the article. Big fat FGTG to Nicole Marie Poole Franklin. And I wonder why is this, they got a link here. Why do they have a link to her here? Oh, there she is. That's the crazy lady right there. Okay. Right? Totally wasn't a planned thing. Well, no. This is a shitty story. Okay. X doubt about the Mexican. Well, I don't know. She told apparently she told the police that. Now, I don't know. And then made derogatory statements. I think the lady is a lunatic. Okay. Now there's another story. Now it's not nearly as bad, but I'm guessing if Nicole Marie Poole Franklin had participated in the next story, it would still be national news. Why does goddamn freaking Washington Times turn that shit off? The next story, though, probably won't get a lot of attention. Maybe because it's not as bad, but I bet if Nicole... Oh, wait, I'm going to read the story to you first. If Nicole had... Now, here's a news story. Oregon woman poured soda on food cart worker told her to go back to Mexico, according to the cops. An Oregon woman is facing hate crime charges for allegedly dumping soda on a Mexican food cart worker and telling her to go back to Mexico, police said. The beef began when Sierra McDonald, 30, who was recently indicted on a bias crime and other charges, ordered food from the Portland cart and refused to pay for it, saying it was too expensive, the Oregonian reported. The September 21st confrontation escalated as McDonald, who is black, then told the woman to go back to Mexico and poured soda on her head. She also doused the woman grill and chicken with the beverage, the victim told police. The alleged victim told the cops, but McDonald hung up on the officer who were trying to interview her about the incident, police said. Oh, the alleged victim called the cops. Fuming that the woman had called the cops, McDonald returned later that day and threatened the worker and another employee with a wood stake that had a pointed tip, according to charging documents. So she went back and, good morning, Blind Press. She went back and threatened her with a weapon. McDonald of Portland is accused of spitting into the food cart and trying to toss chicken off the grill, forcing the workers to chuck 12 whole chickens due to contamination concerns, police said. Well, at least they did that. She later told the cops she thought workers at the food cart were racist. Oh, she pulled out a race card. She pulled out a race card to try to get out of it because they served white people faster than they served her, court documents showed. The woman McDonald allegedly threatened initially reported having a heart attack after the dispute, citing the fear and stress of the incident, according to the documents. Police were unable to arrest McDonald. We're unable to arrest McDonald after the incident. I gotta turn this down. After the incident, because she refused to leave her apartment. She was what do you mean? What do you mean they couldn't arrest her because she refused to leave her apartment? What the hell does that mean? How do you since when don't you arrest somebody? I don't get it. Anyway, McDonald is also facing charges of criminal mischief, menacing, harassment, and unlawful use of a weapon. So now, this is interesting. I'm sorry, I didn't show you the picture. Hang on. Now we'll go. Now I can show you the story. Okay, and this is the McDonald here, the woman who's got arrested. Now, I am just curious because she went and threatened these people with weapons, spit all over their food cart, trashed their place, basically. This is off center too. God, what is going on, people? Good God. Let's see. Let me fix this now. All right, there. We'll center that a little bit for you. I am just curious. X to doubt. What are we doubting now? X to doubt about. Oh, that was back a long time ago. Oh, Oh, good morning, Blind Press. Good morning, Maniac Man. I see you guys popped in. I'm curious. What is this woman's name? Sierra McDonald. Now we're gonna go into DuckDuckGo and see if this hate crime make national news. I'm just curious. Let's try here. I'm gonna do Sierra McDonald food cart. It very well could have. I'm just saying. Women charged with bias crime. That's the Oregonian. That's the local news. Portland. Oh. Okay. New York Post picked it up. Good. All right. So, that's one. So only the New York Post and the Oregonian. So the New York Post tends to pick up sensationalist stories, but anyway, I was just curious because the other woman is attempted murder, and this is just threatening with a pointy stick and spitting and all that shit. But she still told the people to go back to Mexico. Hurry up and wait mode. Why aren't you guys here? When do you want to get it done? Oh my God, Christmas. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, you guys you're having a conversation there. All right, so we're just anyway. That was just a fascinating story to me, and also the juxtaposition over the woman in Iowa. There have been 2 hate crimes against Mexicans that have made big news in the last 2 days. I'm sure it's because of the Trump era. All right, do you think so? All right, next story. Let's see apparently there's a new rule in San Francisco. I don't think, maybe it's not. Oh, you know what? Now, I don't mind this story so much. Now, you know how in California they had the straw ban or whatever, where the people couldn't use straws. And that they actually wrote a law in San Francisco for that. But now, sometimes I think that government kind of just overplays its hand, right? And I don't think you need laws to make things change. Well, there's some San Francisco cafes on their own with no law that are banishing disposable coffee cups. Now, note, there was a reason that I don't mind this at all. So we always talk about, well, not always, but we've been talking about the thing with climate change and all this other stuff, and just, people trying to fuck with other people's lives, telling them what to do. Well, these cafes aren't being told to do this by the government, and I don't mind that at all. A new cafe culture is brewing. Sorry. Need a little of my little reparations coffee to stop the cough. A new cafe culture is brewing in the San Francisco area, where a growing number of coffee houses are banishing paper-to-go cups and replacing them with everything from glass jars to rental mugs to bring your own cup policies. Now, you know what? It's funny because I take coffee to work every morning, and I have my Bubba cup, my big old Bubba cup. It holds like 40 ounces of coffee, and I go to the little convenience store up the street, and I can fill that cup for 99 cents. It's cheaper than buying their little cups and whatnot. And that's fine. That's my own personal solution to not being wasteful. And that, I think, so I don't mind when the cafes themselves are doing this. I just don't think the government needs to tell you to do this. What started as a small trend among neighborhood cafes to reduce waste is gaining support from some big names in the city's food and coffee world. Celebrated chef Dominic Crenn, owner of the 3-star Michelin. I don't know if I want to go to a restaurant called Michelin. But everything, this fish is kind of rubbery. Anyway, 3-star Michelin restaurant, Adelaire Crenn, I don't know what that means, is opening a San Francisco cafe next year that will have a no to go bags or disposable coffee cups. Now that's granted. Now, and we'll use no plastic. Now here's the thing. I'm going to say it again. I don't care if the restaurant owner themselves decide to do this. I just don't want the government to say you have to do this, because there's some places where you want to go food. Okay. Customers who plan to sip and go at the boutique Crenn will be encouraged to bring their own coffee cups, say spokesman Kate Bittman. On a bigger scale, the Blue Bottle Coffee House chain, which goes through about 15,000 to-go cups a month at its 70 U.S. locations, says it wants to show our guests and the world that we can eliminate disposable cups. Blue Bottle is starting small with plans to stop using paper cups at 2 of its San Francisco area branches in 2020 as part of a pledge to go zero waste by the end of next year. Coffee to go customers will have to bring their own coffee mug or pay a deposit for a reusable cup, which they can keep or return for a refund. The deposit fee will likely be between $3 and $5, the company said. Blue Bottle's pilot program will help guide the company on how to expand the idea nationwide, CEO Brian Meehan said in a statement. We expect to lose some business, he said. We know some of our guests won't like it, and we're prepared for that. Well, they might. We'll see. Michelin stars are how good it is. 3 stars, it's the best. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's something I had never. I mean, I've heard 3-star, 4-star, 5-star restaurants. I've just never heard the Michelin stars. Like, is that sponsored by Michelin? Like I said, don't eat the octopus at a restaurant that has Michelin stars. Anyway, I don't need to read the rest of this, but so there's several companies that themselves already decided to do this, and time will tell whether or not these restaurants will continue to be successful, or especially if they're coffee houses. I mean, or if people will latch on to that idea. I mean, I have a cousin that doesn't use has eliminated basically almost all the plastic from her life. Now, or disposable plastic, excuse me. She uses no disposable plastic. And that's just her thing. She's super way out there lefty, but, and that's, you know what, that's fine. That's great. Okay. That's great that she does that and she's doing her part, but doesn't demand that I do it. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with these restaurants doing that kind of thing on their own. And granted, they may reduce the waste and maybe the cost of their, the cost of their garbage pickup or something. Who knows? But good for them. They're doing it and not demanding that everybody do it. And that's how it should work, The words "let it begin with me" comes to mind. And that reminds me, there's a Bernie Sanders this morning. There was a tweet this morning about Bernie Sanders talking about how I don't think that it's right that the 3 billionaires have the combined wealth of all of these other billionaires, blah, 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 that they're just hoarding their wealth and they could be doing that. Now, first of all, Bernie makes it sound like, yes, these guys are all, I gave you the Scrooge McDuck analogy. Yes, all of these billionaires who have the net worth of, whatever he's saying, the other 50% of the country, the 3 billionaires aren't like hoarding gold coins in a giant room that they can go swimming in like Scrooge McDuck, right? No, they have a net worth that is so high because the value of their company is high. They don't have, whatever $100 billion cash on hand. It means the company and assets that they run, that they own, and the stock, price, whatever, their net worth is based on the company they own. It's not like they're swimming in cash, okay? It's not liquid 100 million. They're not hoarding anything. It's just the value of their company rises, so their value rises because that's their stock price. They would have to liquidate stock in their company, which if any 3 of those guys he's talking about started liquidating all their stocks or whatever their interest in the company that they own, the value of that company would immediately drop. Most likely, because the stock market would get spooked. Why are these owners selling off their companies, selling off their stock? They know something we don't know. Okay? And Bernie Sanders, of all people, bitching about some people having more than others. Bernie Sanders, the millionaire with 3 houses. How many homeless people could you accommodate in 2 of your 3 houses that you're not using at the time, Bernie? And see, so this is one of those with this, and this is why I brought this up, because let it begin with you, Bernie. If this is a concern of yours, you need to live that life first before you start telling everybody how to live their life. Okay? If you're not living that life, Mr. I don't give money to charity, Bernie, or barely give money to charity, Bernie. If you're not that life, who are you to tell anyone else to live that life? But that's, it's kind of how the socialist ball bounces, right? Because you have to have that authoritarian central government to tell you how much money of you can keep, or how much of the whatever you produced you can keep, right? From each with their abilities and whatever, to each of their needs or whatever. That requires an authoritarian government that tells everybody what they can and cannot have. Not interested. Like I say, my theme, in fact, this is going to be my theme for 2020. I'd rather live paycheck to paycheck than breadline to breadline, Bernie. I don't think I'm going to move on. I don't think I said good morning to Check Your Logic. Check Your Logic, how you doing, dude? Nice to see you. Also, functional. I'm being very careful not to miss you this morning. Good morning. Let's see what else we got going on here. So that was that one. Now I don't know. This is one of those sports things that I usually don't go over, but I found it interesting just because of the kind of the topic. NBC says its hockey analyst Jeremy Roenick is suspended without pay for making inappropriate comments about his coworkers. Ooh, good gracious. NBC Sports said on Monday indefinitely suspended hockey analyst Jeremy Roenick without pay for making inappropriate comments about. I hate when the headline of an article is also the first line of the article. That drives me nuts. God, somebody get creative with the headlines. In an appearance Thursday at Barstool Sports Spit and Chicklets podcast, Roenick and the host engaged in a free-flowing conversation about Roenick's co-workers, Caitlin Tappan and Patrick Sharp. Roenick said if he, his wife, and Tappan were going to bed together, that would be really good, but it's never going to happen. Oh, good God. What a dude. Of Sharp, Roenick said he was so beautiful. NBC, through spokesman, declined to comment further. Roenick, a former National Hockey League player, couldn't be reached on Monday. When asked during the podcast about a trip he took this past summer to Portugal with his wife and Tappan, Roenick recounted a story about the vacation. I was the king of Portugal, Roenick said. When you walk into every place and you have two blonde bombshells on each side, your chest pops out a lot more. He said a woman approached him, his wife, and Tappan when they were swimming in the hotel pool and asked if the two women were with him. Roenick said he replied, well, yes, they are. And then Caitlin says, will you shut up? She starts yelling at me, Roenick said. I play it off like, we're going to bed together every night, the three of us. Now, if it really came to fruition, that would be really good, but it's never going to happen, he said. So clearly he was being, what's the word? I don't know if he's being boastful or just joking, or maybe it was wishful thinking. But anyway, Roenick said his wife and Tappan, who were close friends, scream and yell at me, but listen, it's worth the yelling. There's no question, Roenick said. Roenick went on to praise Tappan. I wonder if he's tapping that. And anyway, praise Tappan, saying she's one of the most professional sports personalities that I know. Why is Tappan? I wonder if he's tapping that. I wonder if Tappan, I'm going to say it every time now. I can't help it. Every time I say Tappan, I wonder if he's tapping that. Why he's going on vacation with him and his wife anyway. Was her husband there? Does she have a husband? I don't even know if she has a husband. Who knows? Anyway, Roenick went on to praise Tappan. I wonder if he's tapping that. Saying she is one of the most professional sports personalities I know. She's as prepared as anyone. She wants people to respect her for her knowledge of sports, not just because she's a pretty face, Roenick said. She is true blue, one of my favorite people in the world, and I'm lucky that I'm next to her and that she's a good friend of mine. Yes, Red Daniel, I see you. Yes, I see that you said penis. You did say penis twice. Good morning, and I'm glad you're here at the Morning Net Live. Penis. Yes, I okay. That's C. Thomas's line. Why are you stealing C. Thomas's line? Anyway, later the conversation turned to Sharp, his looks, how well prepared he was, and whether Roenick would sleep with him. God, who's the guy that does the Barstool Sports guys are kind of funny anyway. He's so beautiful. I'd have to think about it if he asked me, Roenick said. Oh, God, yes, one host said. I wouldn't say no right away, Roenick said. Roenick said Sharp, a former teammate, is one of the greatest guys on the planet. Later in the podcast, Roenick said he tries to be careful of the things he says because of my boss and because of NBC. Well, NBC caught wind and now you're suspended without pay, my brother. Anyway, all right, that's that one. Good morning, Cynical Lindsay. I see you. I see you too. I'm glad you're here. Merry Christmas, and everyone say hi to Lindsay. All right, what else I got? Cory Booker. Cory Booker, speaking of maybe, would ya? Oh my God, why am I don't know why I'm gonna read this article about Cory Booker. I don't know if I should change the music. By the way, how's the music level? No one really told me. Is the music level good? I can't really tell. I come back to you yelling penis in my ear. Would you rather me whisper penis in your ear? Okay. All right. Apparently, genuinely friends. How Cory Booker and Andrew Yang bonded in competition. I don't know if I want to hear about this. Is this going to be too much information? Just curious. Hello, Smarty Bear. New Jersey Senator. Should I read? Maybe I'll read this today. This morning I spent some time on the Monkey in the Morning. For those of you who were there too, and Monkey said that I would be really good at ASMR porn narration. Now I don't really, because I have that voice, and I might. He said that he said the ladies would love it. Not necessarily porn, but like ASMR romance narration. So I'm not saying this is a romance. This is kind of a bromance story, but I'm going to read it in this ASMR, for lack of a better term, porn voice. New Jersey Senator Cory Booker wasn't on the debate stage in California last week, but he did have a friend there. Businessman Andrew Yang used a question about being the only candidate of color on the stage to tell America that he missed Cory, and then he made a prediction. I think Cory will be back. It was a human moment during an otherwise antagonistic debate. Shut up, alarm. And it earned Yang, who has fashioned himself as the nice guy in the presidential race, a hearty round of applause and an appreciative text from Booker, who, according to a source, thanked Yang and hoped he would prove his prediction right. Sorry, blind press. I can't help it. I gotta do this. His response was also highlighted by something deeper. An unexpected but honest friendship between the two presidential candidates. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. Can I back up for a second? I'm trying to find something. Just a second here. Andrew Yang used a question about being the only candidate of color on the stage. Warren, yes, check your logic. Warren was on the stage. I'm pretty sure she's a candidate of color. You know what? Look, we got to stop using this word candidate. People of color, okay? He's an Asian dude, okay? He's practically white. That's very good coffee. Okay, let's move on here. An unexpected but honest friendship between the two presidential candidates, one of whom has failed to live up to expectations, and another who has surpassed his, if you know what I mean. Yang and Booker have known each other for years, aides say, but their relationship has deepened as they crisscross across the country. Oftentimes at the same events to vie for a chance to take on President Donald Trump in 2020. I like nice people. He's really a good guy, Booker told CNN on Friday. He's just a nice human being who cares. Politicians refer to their opponents as my friend so often that it has become cliche, but in the case of Yang and Booker, it's sincere. I am genuinely friends with Corey, Yang told CNN after the debate. We text each other. I miss the guy. Yang was nonplussed about the moment after the debate, telling CNN it was just it's very natural. A very natural thing for me to do to someone who thinks he will be back on the stage soon. A rapport has been on display throughout the campaign, especially recently as the pressure put on the candidates has increased. Yes, there they are, having a friend moment. When Yang was doing an interview with Macy, a young reporter from the Ellen DeGeneres show. All right. Okay, this is how you can tell that I haven't read this story yet, like, completely. When Yang was doing an interview with Macy, a young reporter from the Ellen DeGeneres show. A what? A young reporter from the Ellen DeGeneres show? Has the Ellen DeGeneres show moved or something? Is the Ellen DeGeneres show on CNN or something now? A reporter from the Ellen DeGeneres show? Really? When Yang was doing an interview with Macy, a young reporter for the Ellen DeGeneres show, Booker jumped in and gave the businessman a big hug that the senator, such a big hug that the senator picked him up in the air. Oh, did his heel kick up? I just want to give him a hug if I can, Booker said, when Macy tried to ask the two for the first thing they would do as president. I'm trying so hard not to throw in my own special commentary in between these. When Macy tried to ask the two the first thing they would do as president, Booker turned back to his friend. Turned back to his friend. Not turned his back to his friend. Turned back to his friend. Well, if I'm president, one of the things I'm going to do is invite him over for dinner. Ooh, Booker said. Days earlier, Yang ended a press conference he was holding by announcing the next candidate slated to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cory Booker, he shouted, sounding like a hype man for the senator. That's like okay, I can't read this anymore. Apparently, okay, so Booker and Andrew Yang are friends. Good. I can't do it because, there's not that much left. It holy shit, it reads like, well, because the rumors about Booker make it read like a romance novel, even though it's not. They're just friends on the campaign trail. Gosh, why am I so mean? Why am I so mean? So derogatory? So, isn't that racist? Well, no, I don't know, because he's like a small Asian man and stuff. I don't know. Did I say something like that? I don't know. Cue Careless Whisper. I feel so unsure when you take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. Okay, I can't do that. Anyway, all right, let's get into Twitter trends so I can, it's nice today. I don't have to be anywhere other than I got to go buy some liquor for this evening to have our friends over because we're okay. Here's a great drink, equal parts. It's a good Christmas drink. Equal parts vodka, Frangelico, which is a hazelnut liqueur, and Bailey's. You shake them over ice and pour them into martini glasses, and you garnish them with a toothpick full of marshmallows. Very tasty drink, very holiday festive type drink. There you go. Get in my behind, man. Yeah, so anyway, that's a great holiday drink. Let's check out the Twitter trends today. If you need that recipe, I'll remind you at the end. Okay, when I open up Twitter trends today, right on top, like I usually like to show you what they put on the top of the Twitter trends. Today, it looks like a movie, Spies in Disguise. It's an animated movie with Will Smith, and apparently he's some kind of like super spy, James Bond type guy, and apparently he gets transformed into some kind of bird or something. I don't understand it, but it looks cute if you're into animated shows. However, let's get into the Twitter trends. Of course, right now, trending number 1 on Twitter today, it is Christmas Eve, and that's what people are talking about. It looks like it says under hobbies and interests. I always thought careless whisper was when you go to whisper in someone's ear and accidentally sneeze. Oh, that's cute, Peter. That is cute. Okay. Hey, Green Badger Outdoors. I am glad you're here. Better late than never. You are correct. All right. Now, Happy Christmas Eve is trending number 1. Let's see what people are talking about. Hey, that's really cool. Look at that. Let me see. Oh, good. No music. So this is, wow, this must be in the mountains somewhere. I wouldn't really want to walk down there because being vertically gifted, I would have a challenge getting under these trees right here and without getting snow all over me. So I'm not sure that I like this, but this is very pretty with all the snow and shit. Anyway, what else here? Oh, Happy Christmas Eve. Oh, K-pop. Nope. More K-pop. Nope. Happy Christmas Eve. Here's a cute Clark video. Apparently Clark is this little boy right here doing something with mom, counting mom's fingers. Oh, damn. What the hell is that? What's she doing? And is Clark wearing a dress? Why is it? Oh, Clark. Well, Clark could be a girl's name, I suppose. You can make anything into a girl's name. Just put an E on the end of it. Anyway, what else? Harry Potter pics. Oh, this is the Christmas tree in the Harry Potter place. There we go at Hogwarts. Those are nice little pictures there. Okay, what else does people have for Christmas Eve? Our first hashtag ho. Okay, I don't know. Oh no, maybe she's not a hashtag ho. Maybe she's just Naba Nate. Okay, she's just showing a picture of herself. She's not a hashtag ho. A hashtag ho is one of the people who take all the trending topics, put them in one tweet, and then put some picture of them saying something like, do you want to taste my nether bits or something like that. And this is not a hashtag ho. She's just saying Merry Christmas to everybody. Let's see, as I scroll down, here's a good one. Happy Christmas Eve to those fanables that celebrate. What the hell is a fanable? Is that like a furry or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, more K-pop. Skip. Oh, there's someone singing Feliz Navidad. Should we listen to this kid sing Feliz Navidad? Hey, let's check it out.
Have yourself a merry Christmas. Retro heart.
K-pop star. Nope. What's with all the K-pop Christmas shit? Jesus, good God. K-pop oh, God damn it. That would have been a hashtag. Oh, now I'm going to have to cut that out of my video. God damn Twitter. Hold on a second. Let me see. I don't know if I can even do that. Why? Oh my. Get off of that now. All right, we're back. All right, Feliz Navidad's trending number 2 because that's Spanish for Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas or whatever. Feliz Happy Christmas. Feliz Navidad to everyone around the world. From these New Yorkers on the Uptown train. Just give me the whiskey. Let's see. Let's check out this one. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you, get the K-pop off my screen, Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Okay, let's move on. That's Feliz Navidad is trending number 2. Number 3, Tuesday Thoughts. Would you believe it? Every single hashtag on Twitter has K-pop bitches in it. Even the NSF. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry that. Okay, Tuesday Thoughts. Let's see. What's at the top? My top Tuesday thought has something with Alice Smith, who kind of does the libertarian. She's free market libertarian, whatever. It's getting to the stage where I'm embarrassed to have a university education. It has changed from a body of learning to a stamp of state approval and an indicator of political positions. Position, not positions. Political positions are things that Bill Clinton did in the Oval Office. It's a piece of paper that opens doors to a corporate career. University didn't teach me how to critically think. It taught me how to memorize for exams and how to speak corporate jargon in interviews. My only takeaway was my friends and learnings from them, otherwise worthless. Well, I wouldn't say that my college education was worthless, but it was, I don't know. Hey, David Devin, how you doing? Merry Christmas. I am glad you're here. Prospero's here? Feliz Navidad. Oh, you're singing the song. Prospero año felicidad. Okay. Which is that, yeah, okay. Get the K-pop off my screen as he sings in Spanish. Right, I know, isn't that funny? Mona, Republican for the Rules of Law, have 11 new billboards and 5 video ads about obtaining witness testimony in Senate impeachment trial. Ads to run during Lou Dobbs, Fox and Friends, Hannity, and in critical GOP Senate states. Yes, they're running anti-Trump ads from the, whatchamacallit, the David Frum and David French Republicans, and what's the other dude? David Brooks. They're all Davids. Why are they all Davids? David Brooks. Is that his name? It's not Mel Brooks. He's a comedian. There's a Tuesday thought. Today, I wish to thank you all for your support. Hey, I could, you know what? This sentiment is very apropos because I'm thinking about y'all when I read this. This is AA Mail. Today, I wish to thank you all for your support this year. The aim is to spread a little joy, love, kindness, and light in a world where things can sometimes seem dark. Your lovely responses each day are truly valued. Merry Christmas to you all. Christmas Eve, Tuesday Thoughts. There you go. That's a great sentiment. I'm going to bookmark that. That is very well said. And that is my feeling towards my audience on the Morning Night Live. I absolutely appreciate the support and love and just the fun that you give me every day in the chat, and the people who, share streams and like and do super chats and all that stuff. I appreciate every single one of you. It's fun to watch the audience grow. So that's okay. So that's good for a Tuesday thought. Moving on, Bob Sanders trending with Rob Morris, and Bob Sanders. I don't know who Bob Sanders is. Let's find out. Oh, there. Oh, now this right here is a hashtag hoe. Okay, Kim is a hashtag hoe. She puts all the top trending topics in one little thing right up here. See right here? See where the thing's there? She puts all the trends in here, okay, in an order. And then she puts something up here looking for a guy with a juicy dick for my narrow holes. Call me, she says. I am going to call you a hashtag hoe. That's the only thing I'm going to call you, dear. Kim, get the F off my screen. Hold it. Wait, hang on. I would see. Usually it's a semi-safe for work pick. Hang on a second. I'm going to just double check before I click it. Yeah, I mean, it's a safe for work pick. You know, and then she puts a picture like this, and you know, we get to see her tattoos and some cleavage and whatnot. But hashtag hoe, that's our first hashtag hoe of the day. The other girl was not a hashtag hoe. This is a hashtag hoe. By the way, I got to thank a couple people that did some super chats a while ago, earlier today. Thank you so much, Bubba Hotep, with the $50 Streamlabs super chat. Says, I can't believe I forgot about you. Merry Christmas. And then also Evolved Potato this morning donated $20. Tis the season to be jolly. Be nice to people and have a great Christmas. I appreciate both you, Bubba Hotep and Evolved Potato. That's awesome. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Hello, David Devon. Did I already say good morning? I think I did. I'm going to say it again, though. David Devon, because I don't recognize the name. And so the first time I've seen your name in the chat, I'm going to say hi to you especially. And I hope you're subscribed and make sure you click the bell. Thought alert. Anyway, I saw Bob Sanders trending, and I thought that he could have been one of the best safeties in the NFL. Had he not have all those injuries, he was a true stud. Our boys Rob Morris and Rob Sanders go Colts. So he's a football player. Okay. But I'm not sure why he's trending, but yeah, okay. It doesn't say why he's trending. Okay, we're going to move on. Something about the Colts and Bob Sanders. Good morning, Johnny Hellcat and Green Badger. Oh, I said Green Badger Outdoors earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Good morning again. All right. Carmen Electra. When was the last time you heard anything about Carmen Electra? Why is Carmen Electra trending? Is it her birthday or something? Carmen Electra ain't aged a day. Laughing my ass off, these young folks don't realize Carmen Electra was married to Dennis Rodman back in the day. I guess I'm so old I remember that. When I see Carmen Electra trending, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Isn't that the truth? Let's try to figure out why she's trending, though. Twitter is talking about how they remember when Carmen Electra was married to Dennis Rodman. And here my old ass is remembering back to the beginning when she was with Prince. Yeah, she was with Prince too. But why is she trending? Is it her birthday? Did she do something? Yeah, all these, again, another clearly old, because I remember when Carmen Electra went with Dennis Rodman. Anyone asking why Carmen Electra is exposing themselves as a fraud, and Homegirl hasn't aged a day. You go, Carmen. Maybe it is her birthday. When you see Justin Timberlake and Carmen Electra pop up in the Jordan Bulls documentary promo, is that what it is? Is that why she's trending? Let's see. Is this?
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. This is apparently there's a documentary promo. By the late 90s, the Chicago Bulls were a worldwide phenomenon. Okay, there's Rodman, Oprah, Jordan. Oh, see, she flashed in there for a split second in that little montage of people. And then people must have caught it, but how they caught her out of that? Unless, let's see. I don't want to put the promo on because I don't want to get a strike. Okay, now let me just tell you right now, me being a oh, there she was. That's why there she is, and there's Justin Timberlake, there's Carmen Electra. That's why. Okay, so this is a promo for a new documentary about apparently the Chicago Bulls. You know, let's watch it anyway.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Bulls basketball. The most famous fan on
So
the
it looks like it's a documentary about Michael Jordan. And everyone's going to put their 2 cents in about Michael.
Okay, everybody.
Okay, it looks like a lot of people are going to be talking about him. Is it about the Bulls or is it about Michael? I don't know. He was the man. And even if you don't like basketball, you gotta love Michael Jordan. Except for his golf game. There's Justin. There's Carmen Electra. There's Bob Costas. I don't know who that was. That was some rappers, some coaches. Okay. The Last Dance. A 10-part documentary? Oh my God. I don't know if it needs to be 10 parts, but good God. But anyway, so that's a documentary coming up, and everyone's talking about Carmen Electra. Like maybe they're wondering why she's in there. LOL. Wait, Carmen Electra is trending. It's been 84 years. And then see, she's trending because of her past relationship with Dennis Rodman, but she was with Prince first. And me being from the Twin Cities or in the Twin Cities, all right. That's why Carmen Electra is trending. Okay, enough of that. Thank you, J.J. Abrams is trending. I worry about this one. It's a hashtag. Thank you, J.J. Abrams. Thank you, J.J. Abrams, for Ray, Poe, and Finn. Really? I thought people don't like this. Has anyone, by the way, anyone in the chat, have you seen the Star Wars movie? I haven't yet. I don't know if I'm going to, though. I still haven't seen. Now, I stopped watching them after. Well, I did see The Force Awakens. But I still haven't seen the 1, 2, and 3 because everyone was just trashing them. And I'm like, I don't necessarily want to see them. But thank you, J.J. Abrams, for putting up with a community that is impossible to please and consistently tears down what it claims to love. People are salty about people trashing Star Wars. I will die on this hill, amigos. I still want to say thank you, J.J. Abrams, for his work on the final film, but trash the hell out of it. TLJ is just petty, dumb, Star Wars, nerdy, and full force. Oh, yeah. I did it in the Macho Man Randy Savage voice. Okay, that's why he's trending because of Star Wars. Enough of J.J. Abrams. Carmen Electra. Oh, Eddie, that jumped up to 5 while we were talking. Holy crap, it's going up. Tom Brokaw is trending because I think he's in that little clip with Michael Jordan too. Oh no. Tom Brokaw decided to join in the conversation today. Former newsman and holier than thou Tom Brokaw. Good morning, Ginger Power and Straight Sith Mail. I didn't say hi to Straight Sith Mail this morning. Tom Brokaw said Nixon was always aware of being presidential, and the way he spoke, the way he responded to me there. Trump, plays from the gutter, frankly. It's ready, draw, shoot, whatever you need to do, so it's a different time. Yes, we all know that Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about being presidential. In some ways it's refreshing, in some ways it's annoying, but I don't care how he compares to other people. I care of the results. You know me. What's my tagline about Donald Trump? Donald Trump is a jackass. He's a New York politician. He's a jackass. Okay. The people who hate him knows he's a jackass. The people who love him knows he's a jackass. And he knows he's a jackass. And sometimes you have to be a jackass to get your way. Trump's good at getting his way. Okay? It's somewhat of a bug, but it's also a feature. This is what it is. He's absolutely not your average politician. Take that as you may. So Tom Brokaw's trending because look, if it has to do with Trump, it will trend. If someone trashes Trump, it will trend. If Trump tweets, it will trend. If Trump drinks a glass of water, it will trend. If Trump gets 2 scoops of ice cream, it will trend. If Trump misspells something, it will trend. If someone flicks a booger on Trump, it will trend. If it's Trump, it will trend. Moving on. Xmas Eve is trending. We'll skip that one because we did Christmas and Feliz Navidad. Tuesday motivation. It has the word Tuesday in it. We already did something with the word Tuesday in it. We will move on because that's what we do. Blueface, the rapper Blueface, accused of humiliating needy. Who? First of all, me not being on top of the current music scene, I'm not completely familiar with Blueface. I have heard the name. Rapper Blueface accused of humiliating needy after throwing large amounts of cash at homeless people in LA Skid Row. Well, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. What did Blueface do here, though? Blueface, a rapper best known for his number 8 Billboard chart hit, Tatiana. I think we just saw her in Twitter trends. Tatiana appeared in Los Angeles Skid Row district and threw cash to a crowd gathered around his car. And here's the picture of him throwing cash. Okay, I saw this video this morning. I didn't realize this was. I thought this was someone was making a music video. So there he is, just throwing cash out to people on Skid Row. Now you know what? So he's being criticized for this. He's just opening up loads of cash, throwing it all over the place. What's nice, at least nobody's fighting. Anyway, video of the incident posted up by Twitter by Javale shows Blueface standing atop a van and throwing large amounts of money into the crowd of 20 or so people. Well, that's more than 20 people. That's about 50 people who gathered around him, standing in the middle of the street. The people scrambling to pick up the money. Retweeters of the video called Blueface behavior gross and degrading, as the individuals scrambling for the money were likely poor or homeless. Twitter users said that this gesture, instead of helping, endangered the lives of those the rapper was hoping to save as they ran into the middle of a busy city street to grab the money. Now, let's take a look at this video again because I'm missing something here. Is it worse that he was doing it from somewhere where people can't grab him? Okay, let's look at this video again. So here in the middle of and also the middle of a busy street. Now he's parked off to the side. He's throwing most of it away from the street. Looks like. I mean, it's tacky in a way, but you know what? Is he helping some people out for a day? It jumped because you were talking. Oh, is that why? Anyway, yeah. Okay, so this is gross on so many levels, Dr. John Paul. This is so gross, degrading, and humiliating. This isn't giving back. It's treating human beings in need. Okay, I reconnected. You should be able to hear me now. Okay, I'm back. Or at least is it working? Looks like it. Yeah, it's moving. All right, sorry guys. Okay, Bieber is back. I was just talking about Justin Bieber. I don't care about Justin Bieber. UK Drake. Hey, speaking of Drake. See that? Here, I'll do it again. Am I back on? Hang on a second here. Is everything working again? Looks like it is. Okay. Speaking of Drake. I'm wearing my Drake University sweatshirt today. All right. We're skipping Justin Bieber. Oh, UK Drake. What the hell is UK Drake? Latin Drake, Jamaican Drake, and UK Drake. I don't know what that means. UK Drake is back. You think spend much time on captions, not enough time on action. Apparently, I don't know. Latin Drake, Air Drake, H-Town Drake, UK Drake. I call that shit versatile to me. Rappers can't switch up. They flow for fun anymore. Sometimes you get tired of the same old flow every song though. Okay, I don't even know what UK Drake means unless he's doing something in kind of a different style, so to speak. Is it still frozen? No, we're back. Okay, I'm making sure. Y'all are still here, right? Oh, I lost like half my crowd, though. Okay, well, I hope you all make it back. Here, it's working. Again. Hello again. Hello. All right, I don't know what that is. I don't care. Let's go on. Christmas Eve, Gary Brackett. What the hell's Gary Brackett? Who's Gary Brackett? Did anyone know who? Oh, that's a football player. That's the. Okay, a couple of Colts linebackers are trending. Uber co-founder Travis Kalanick set to depart from company's board of directors. This is the second day in a row where some big board of director person or CEO is leaving the company. Yesterday it was Boeing Airlines. Today it's Uber. Oh my God, this is frustrating. Well, if you can't hear me, trying to reconnect. Hold on to your love. I got to hold on. Okay, it should be back. God, this is very, very frustrating. Anyway, "Slave for You," the old Britney Spears song, is trending, and nobody knows why. I went through this earlier today. It was trending all morning. I have no idea why "Slave for You" is trending, but I'm glad Britney's best single is getting the recognition it deserves. Yeah, kind of funny because if you're familiar with, Vanity 6, the song, isn't it fancy and known in a nasty world? Nasty Girl. No, not Nasty Girl. What's that song called? Nancy, no, little nasty world. Come me. Do you think I'm a nasty girl? Here it is, right here. Yeah, Nasty Girl. When "Slave for You" was Nasty Girl by Vanity 6. That is the days. That's basically what "Slave for You" is. It's a updated version of Nasty Girl. But anyway, there's Britney, the queen, the pop queen of the time, of the 90s and early 2000s. And more of the video from "Slave for You." And nobody knows why it's trending, but it was. Somebody brought it up, and then everyone started talking about it. Manish is trending. This is like one of the last two. I'm not even this last one. 2 SEOK. I know that is K-pop, so I'm not clicking that. But something about here, Manish is trending. Why? And this has something to do with the NFL. Just advised to Prashant Kishore, most of the AAP official Arvind and Manish social media pages get maximum engagement from the right. The night of what? Okay, I don't know what this means, and I don't care. So that's our show for today, and apparently the show completely fell apart in the middle of the stream. I don't know why, and looks like the chat's working. Okay, if you're still here, just put a 1 in the chat. I can see that there's people here, but I can't tell why. Before I go, I want to thank G Prime, who also tweeted out the show this morning, along with Rolling Bear, Necrosol, Truckin' Bear, and Tyler F, and also Dr. No, and Necrosol Colin. I hate you because now I'm hungry. Oh, because I made chili. Did y'all see if y'all are on Twitter? What was that? Twitter, which is right down here. I'm at PDog9 on Twitter down there. And if you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted out last night because I told you about my chili tradition, right? So I'm making chili. And in fact, maybe I have video of that. I'm making chili because that's our tradition on Christmas Eve in my house. I make chili and my wife makes a bunch of appetizers. And I put a little Twitter video out. In fact, it's right here. Let's let's just show you my little Twitter video from last night. Here it is, the beginnings of my chili, right? And then, you know, that's the, oh, I didn't show it to you, duh. Let me put it on full screen here. There we go. It's vertical because it's, did it with my phone, but all right, so I was making chili last night. That's the beginning of it. I got all the meat and stuff in there, and it has to cook all night long. And then I add the beans later in the morning. Now, it doesn't look as great right there because the seasonings haven't quite set, and the color's not quite right yet because it needs to cook all night, right? So then, this morning, I've got more of a finished product that looks more like that. Now, that looks like some chili, right? And just a big old pot of chili. You're banned from Twitter. Oh no, why are you banned from Twitter, Smarty Bear? So that's what the chili looks like now, and now it's simmering for the rest of the day, and then it'll be ready. It'll be perfect by this evening, because I just like to slow cook that chili so that all those seasonings get into everything, and it's really good and whatnot. But this morning, I'm talking to Irate Alex, formerly known as Irate Bear, and he only saw this, and he said my chili looks like crap. I'm like, this is the beginning of my chili. I didn't even have all the seasonings in there yet. And I didn't have any beans in there yet. This is just the meat part, and the meat and the tomatoes and onions and garlic and whatnot, because I used, you know, fresh garlic and tons of onions and whatever not. And then, you know, when you get done, it looks like this. Is that okay? And he's like, it still looks like shit. I'm like, well, I don't care what you think it looks like. It tastes fantastic. Oh boy, it hurt my feelings though. It hurt my feelings talking shit about my chili. I just don't know. I can't take him anywhere. It's just, you know. Anyway, let's see if there's any breaking news on Twitter before I go, because I'm just curious what's happening in the world. Let's see, people talking about soccer, Vegemite. Why people are talking about Vegemite. Airbnb terror ends in jail time for drunk NYPD cop who broke into what? Holy shit. Let's see. This is a crazy story. Should we just do some random shit for a while? I have some extra time today. I don't have to be anywhere. Apparently, Airbnb terror. Here, let's read this story. Holy shit. Okay, it has. Oh, the Tennessee. Oh, how do you get this? Oh, here we go. Okay. It says Airbnb terror ends in jail time for drunk NYPD cop who broke into Nashville home and threatened residents. Holy crap! What the hell is this guy doing? New York City police officer who broke into a Nashville home next door to his Airbnb and then terrorized a family in size was sentenced to jail time and probation on Friday. Michael J. Reynolds, 26, who works patrol in Manhattan for NYPD, was charged with assault and aggravated burglary after the July 2018 break-in. So this was a year ago plus. In September, he pleaded no contest to 1 count of aggravated criminal trespassing and 3 counts of assault for his role in the attack. During a more than 2-hour sentencing hearing on Friday, 4 witnesses, the victim, 2 of her neighbors, and Reynolds took to the stand in Davidson County Criminal Court. It ended with Reynolds getting about 2 weeks in jail and 3 years probation. Conise Halliburton, who said she was home with her 4 sons, 2 who were 8 and 11 at the time, recalled Reynolds kicking in the front door of her 12 South area home and charging in the middle of the night. Video surveillance taken from a neighbor's Ring camera showed Reynolds screaming and threatening the family and using racial slurs. This is a racial incident. Halliburton, who dialed 911 right before Reynolds broke in, said she was in her bed when she heard a man outside her home say, "Don't go," before he entered the house. The man later said, "Did you make her strip?" Once he entered the home, Halliburton said her dogs tried to bite him as he charged toward her. He kept coming down the hall. Nothing was holding him back, she said. He was like, "This is my motherfucking house." That's scary. We don't want. Okay, so apparently he was drinking and I don't know. Good, he gets jail time. Bad cop, no donut. Exactly there, Peter Allman. You are correct, sir. You get the prize today. Holy shit, this is a big-ass commercial in the Tennessean. I don't need to see that. There we go. All right, what else we got? Let's see, just checking for breaking news on the Twitter thingy here. Oh, Ricky Berwick, you're so weird. You ever watch Ricky Berwick? He's a disabled guy who's on YouTube and Twitter. Oh god, he's a crazy dude. It's funny as hell sometimes though. Let's see. Last minute gift ideas for leftists. Oh my god, that should be funny. Oh, where's this one? There was one in here I had. Did I bookmark it? I thought it was just. Oh, I didn't even check my bookmarks. Oh, here we go. Here. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Let's do this one. So Ben Domenech, and you guys, I would love to hear you guys' input if you don't hear any of these or can think of any of these. Ben Domenech says, in addition to Brexit, Trump's election, and the Mueller report, what's on your top 10 things media commentators got wrong in the 2010s? Now, he gives a list that gives most of the ones I could think of off the top of my head. Brexit will never happen. Oh, they got that wrong. Hillary will win easily. Obamacare will work. The Steele dossier. This one, in particular, Paul Krugman of the New York Times. Trump equals economic doom. Tales of Gore, how you doing? I see you there. Rolling Stone University of Virginia rape story. Oh, that was bad. Hands up, don't shoot. Kavanaugh equals rapist. Covington kids are racist. And books in print are doomed. That's funny because, yeah, books are kind of making a comeback. Oh, here's made an example. Should have 2-8 him. Oh yeah, I know that cop. That was terrible. Here's one. Men can be women. Oh, you're doing the danger there, Aaron W. You might get clipped on or yeeted on Twitter for that one. The ramifications for pulling out of the Iran deal, the Paris Accords, and moving the embassy to Jerusalem. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Zombie Teddy, how you doing? There's some good ones. Comey is honorable. Russian hoax. The markets post-Trump. Benghazi, they got that wrong. The Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman case. Michael Brown, Darren Wilson case. Yeah, they're tough cases. I still got people who say, let's just say they didn't pay attention to the trials. That the Trump presidency is the top of a slippery slope that is the destruction of the American empire. This is good. Media commentators got pretty much everything wrong. Frankly, I'm more surprised that they got anything right at all. Yeah, that's probably the truth. Anyway, if you can think of other things that the media got wrong over the last decade, you can pop those in the chat and discuss while I'm looking for other stuff to. Oh! You know what else was trending today? And it's not. Apparently, Twitter decided that it's not. They're not allowed to have it trend anymore. But when I checked before the show, the hashtag "Women Are Trash" was trending. And I am shocked that they even allowed it. But I thought, now this is one of those strike-inducing videos. But under that hashtag, this video popped up, and I just thought it was hilarious. And I'll get a music strike on this, but I'll just take that chance.
Mufasa. ¿Qué?
You ready for Cinco de Mayo?
Sí, sí.
You ready for Cinco de Mayo? Dame. Let's go, papi. Let's get it. Go. Yeah. Let's go, baby. Hey. What?
Okay, so I just thought that was hilarious. But you know what? I was concerned though, because I'm not sure what country this flag is from. From Linden, whatever Linden is. Oh, that's the guy. But I want to know what the flag is, and I can't seem to get a take on what the flag is. But this guy, would that be considered cultural appropriation? But okay, so now and then when I was trying to figure out why women are trash was trending, so here it is. Twitter feminists arriving in full force to spin this women in trash and make it men are trash. Yeah, because that's what they do. But we couldn't figure out why it was trending, and apparently some woman in South Africa, somehow got this trending. Now, okay, women are trash is trending while Uyghurs are getting killed, raped, and put into concentration camps in China. Okay, that's a non sequitur because we don't know why women are trash. How women are trash are trending when we created y'all. Oh yes, the glorious women's. You didn't create us all. Oh wait, you couldn't even straight. Women didn't create us all. God created us all. But yeah, it was something about some woman in South Africa named, I have to find it, I don't know. But people were just all tripping out because women are trash is trending. Anyway, I thought it was funny. That's all I'm gonna say about. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's see. This is from my bookmarks. Oh, this cracked me up too. So, Nancy Pelosi this morning, December 23rd, tweeted, "The House cannot choose our impeachment managers until we know what sort of trial the Senate will conduct. President Trump blocked his own witnesses and documents from the House and from the American people on phony complaints about the House process. What's his excuse now? Don't care. Okay, that's not the tweet that I really care about." And someone replied to her, "No, dumb twunt. It's called executive privilege. Every single president is entitled to it. You chose not to go through the courts. He won, you lost." Now, it's the next response that I wanted to highlight because this is it's a fair example of how some people don't understand how the process works. This woman, do not contact her, please, says, "Not really. He's still impeached. Look up the Constitution law. Impeached is impeached. He won nothing. Till the trial, he has no powers." Till the trial, he has no powers. I hate to break it to you, young lady, but Donald Trump is still your president. Just saying. Why is it so hard for liberals to understand that an impeachment is supposed to already have all the evidence necessary to convict in the Senate? If there's a need for additional witnesses or documentation to prove the case, then the impeachment is a fraud. If the case for impeachment isn't ironclad, it shouldn't have passed. They want the Senate to do their job for them. How fucking stupid are these people? Never mind. That was rhetorical. Okay, never mind. Okay, whatever. All right. What else? Oh, there we go. Twitter. Anything else good in the news today? Hey, I got an idea. I can go for about 10 more minutes. We could do an AMA. I don't know. Ask me anything. If you have questions for the dog, put them in the chat. I'll see what I can answer for you. We'll do it for 10 minutes as I'm scrolling through to see if there's anything. Oh, that's a nice looking Jeep. Look at that bad boy. Is that a Jeep? Yes, it is. Holy crap. That's a nice custom job. That's interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Allie Beth Stuckey got some angry peeps, I see. The idea that FDR's New Deal saved us from the Great Depression is debated. Oh, yeah, there was a Great Depression debate yesterday. We talked about that a little bit. That the New Deal saved us from the Great Depression is debatable at best. Yes, the Nazis were socialists. The greatest generation fought against totalitarianism in many forms, including this one. And then Tony Schaefer says the resistance left gets triggered when they are correctly lumped with the National Socialists, aka Nazis, is because Bernie Sanders promises that what Hitler did, free medical, free education, and via global warming, control of industry and means of production, because it's all socialism. Yeah, those were Germany circa 1939, 40, and so on. Now, granted, there were different factions of socialists or Marxist thought during that time. And so Hitler's version was one faction, and the people that he jailed were another faction. He jailed his opponents who were another faction. It doesn't mean that they weren't socialist. There's plenty of evidence that they were socialists based on his own writings and his own thoughts about that. So, whatever. Okay. Is your law degree from the University of Barkington? Cryptic. I have no law degree. I'm not a lawyer. I only play one on the internet. No, the lawyer dog thing came from a joke from one of the other shows that I hang out on. And there was a story in Florida or it was clearly one of those Florida man stories. And it was the dude, they were asking him, about his rights or whatever. And you have the right to remain silent. And the guy said, "I need a lawyer, dog." And so that's that. We were laughing about that, and that's how I got the name Lawyer Dog. I'm not a lawyer. I only play one on the internet. All right. So there. Oh, we're having a chili discussion in here too. Chili cheese chips are the ultimate snack. Never heard of chili on rice. I love chicken curry on rice. Yeah, I've had chili on rice. My mom used to put chili over rice. I don't do that, anymore. But it's good. It's a good thing. I also have. See, when we do chili, I always buy green onions. So I chop green onions put on top. I also have sour cream. That's kind of a Minnesota thing. I didn't realize that was just kind of up here. Well, I guess I never ate sour cream in my chili when I was growing up in Nebraska, but people up here like to put sour cream on top of their chili. I don't know if it just takes out some of the heat. And then also, have you ever had the Fritos scoops? Like, I got a giant bag of Fritos scoops. They're these huge Fritos, and they're in the shape of little like scoops, and you scoop chili up and eat them like the Fritos, the spoons. And also, when there's leftovers, you take the Frito scoops and you put them in a bowl, put cheese over the Frito scoops, and then you pour chili over top of that and just eat it like an appetizer. Oh, that's some good stuff, man. Oh, you know what? I have been Tales of Gore. You're right. In Cincinnati, you can eat chili over noodles. There's a place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, too. It's called Real Chili. It's when my friend went to the University of Wisconsin, We used to go visit him there, and we'd go to this place called Real Chili, and you'd go there after the bars, and they offered noodles with your chili too. Like, you could get just a bowl of chili, or you could get a bowl of chili over noodles, and yeah, that was a big thing too. Frito pie, yeah, I've made Frito pie. That's what you call it. It's kind of like eating a walking taco, but with chili, with Fritos instead. If you're, well, and chili, I guess. Frito pie, never mind. But yeah, everyone, that's a great thing to do with leftover chili. And I will have some leftover chili today because I made about 6 gallons for 8 people, but we always take some over to my neighbor too. Tried Skyline Chili in Ohio. Never heard of it, but yeah, that sounds good. A couple people are talking about Skyline Chili in Ohio. Oh, thank you, Chicago Mike. How are you doing, sir? With the $20 super chat from the Streamlabs link in the description down below. Merry Christmas, Marty, to you and your family. Well, thank you so much, Chicago Mike. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. You know, I especially appreciate, you know, the super chats on days like today, just because I know you guys all have families and stuff, and I don't expect you to, you know, be throwing money at me, but it is also greatly appreciated. Since Lady Boomer has, well, I don't know if I even mentioned this. She did leave her job, but then she has another job. But the transition is always interesting when you go from job to job, and so the little couple bucks here and there helps, and it's all good. Yeah. By the way, that is one of my new. Like I said, I have all new super chat tunes and notifications. I have, they change at $2, they change at $5, $10, $20, and then the top super chat of the day has a special one. And then also, for some reason, I don't know why I did this, but I put new animations for $2.99, $2.99, $3.99, and $4.99. So somebody's going to hit those one of those days, and you'll see what the new animations are. So if you're interested. All right, I'm just scrolling down. Oh shoot, am I stepping on blind press right now? I hope not. What am I doing here? I hit the wrong button. Let me just check here. If blind press is gone, I might just shut it down. Because I know she's doing a Q&A show for her 600. Yeah, she is live over in the coffee stream. I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put a link to Blind Press's stream in the chat, just FYI, because I'm probably going to go hang out over there in a little bit. But let me just check to see if there's anything else that just sticks out here. Oh, great! Charlie Kirk tweeted, "Yay!" Charlie Kirk's annoying. He just is. Charlie Kirk says, "Today is your daily reminder." But you know, he's annoying, but sometimes I agree with him. I agree with him most of the time, but for some reason, he annoys the shit out of me. This is your daily reminder that Barack Obama asked Ukraine to investigate his political rival's campaign manager. 3 Democrat senators asked Ukraine to investigate Trump, and the DNC solicited Ukraine's help to dig up dirt on Trump, and the media was silent about all of it. Now, I'm looking forward to the replies on this one. Because it's funny, because they talk about that all the time with Trump, but these are all true. And I don't know if Barack Obama asked Ukraine to investigate his political rival's campaign manager. Somebody did, though. Somebody did. And they did it. How do you think they got the information on Manafort? They got it from Ukraine. Somebody there, that's how they got the information on Manafort. 3 Democratic senators asked Ukraine to investigate Trump. Huh. Do I follow Christy Swanson? No, I think she's replying to Charlie. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, do I follow? Yeah, I do follow Christy Swanson. Buffy, the original Buffy? Yes, I do. Now that's, by the way, here, I'm going to do this. Christy Swanson, you're familiar with the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer from the movie? Official page, actress. She's one of those rare Hollywood conservatives. She's aged well too. There's a picture of Christy Swanson. Anyway, she's the original Buffy. Yeah, she's one of those rare Hollywood conservatives that she tweeted something one time and I'm like, oh, that's Buffy. I'm like, okay, I'll follow Christy Swanson. Anyway, Charlie Kirk, holy God. Let's see here. Anything else interesting before I go? Rand Paul takes to Twitter to air his... So, Rand Paul is a big fan of the holiday known as Festivus. And yesterday was the day of airing grievances. And The Hill has an article here called Rand Paul takes to Twitter to air his grievances about impeachment as a part of Festivus. Well, this is what we're going to finish with because this is going to be good. Senator Rand Paul, Republican Kentucky, aired his grievances about impeachment and your favorite politicians Monday as a part of Festivus, the holiday popularized by Seinfeld. And here, I hope it's a thread. If it's a thread, I'm going to just not. Okay, here we go. Good morning and happy Festivus. Today there will be many grievances aired, almost all in good fun. Please let this be a thread because I don't want to read the Hill article. Let's just read. Yes, it is a thread. Okay, here we go. This is how we're going to finish today. Rand Paul airing grievances for Festivus, the holiday for the rest of us. I've got problems with you people. I feel like we have to start with impeachment, don't you? I've got a lot of problems with all of you people and impeachment. Take Nancy Pelosi. Please. Little joke there, but I'm pumped. I don't know if I can stop laughing long enough to air my grievances with Nancy. Her new plan is great. She's going to punish the president by not sending his impeachment to the Senate. Next, maybe she'll threaten to not send us any more legislation. Rand Paul is a spicy guy, isn't he? It's going to be really hard to live with myself if I don't get to sit in a chair all day long for weeks at a time, listening to people talk about Rudy Giuliani. Thankfully, I don't have any calls with Rudy or Adam Schiff would have been spying on me. Of course, the real trouble would have come at Christmas dinner when my dad asked me what the hell I was doing talking to Rudy Giuliani. Listen, and all the other hawks the president hired, don't listen to, got mad and fired. Neocon apprentice really wasn't very well thought out. Thankfully, though, the president usually does listen to his own instincts, which on foreign policy are pretty good. Though if you ask him, he will insist they are perfect. President Trump grades phone calls the way he scores his golf game. Believe me, a few mulligans are taken. In fact, everyone in Washington is just mad President Trump didn't want to spend more of your money on foreign aid. Fine with me. I say cut it all off. For any reason. Corruption? Cut it off. Starting wars? Cut it off. Stole our Netflix password? Cut it off. That reminds me, some of my favorite waste report grievances. Your government is terrible and you should really have a lot of problems how you spend it. Frog mating calls? Read more here. They studied frog mating calls in Panama, not safe for work, $466,991. Textbooks for students in Afghanistan while our teachers use their own money for supplies here. Bought textbooks for students in Afghanistan, USAID. $33,921,175. Dating apps. Read more here. They studied the habits of online dating app users for $1.2 million. Serbian cheese brought Serbian cheese up to international standards. $22 million on Serbian cheese. These are only a few examples, but you get the idea. But we couldn't possibly cut spending, right? No waste here, no sir. We will have more of this in a little bit, along with more grievances against your favorite politicians. Oh, and then he comes back. He comes back today. I'm back with more Festivus airing of grievances. While I was gone, I was watching the highlights of the last few Democrat debates. Let me tell you, President Trump should be scared. I mean, these people would make formidable opponents for... No, sorry, I can't do that with a straight face. These debates are a clown show, but the clowns are not intentionally being funny. The Democrats spend an awful lot of time talking about diversity and minority rights, considering their only diversity is that they are multiple different 70-somethings on stage, and they have different haircuts. Joe Biden is doing well. I feel like if the Democrats nominate him, we are all going to discuss whether or not we should hand over the nuclear codes to someone who hasn't been able to find his keys for a while now. At least Joe is younger and more with it than Bernie Sanders. Bernie looks like a guy who chose the wrong cup in Indiana Jones. I'm glad Bernie is in these debates, though. If you're going to hear about socialism, why not hear it from the guy Marx asked to help edit his book? Speaking of socialism, how is anyone okay with this idea after watching the utter failures of the Soviet Union, Cuba, and now Venezuela? How many countries have to eat their pets before we pull back from this one? Speaking of which, Kim Jong-un must have had a lot of pets. I'm kidding, of course. Kim Jong-un is in great health. In fact, his doctor put out a letter saying he was the healthiest dictator ever to kill his uncle and half-brother. Did you know that... That's pretty good. Did you know that for all of our tough talk about North Korea in recent years, it isn't long ago that we were giving North Korea foreign aid? In fact, they got over $1 billion between 1996 and 2008. But that's just one of many head-scratching moments in wasteful spending. Moldova TV improved the quality of TV in Moldova state, $2 million. Funded research that involves hooking zebrafish on nicotine, $708,466. Supported green growth in Peru, $10 million. Holy shit, he goes on and on and on. Studied the connection between drinking alcohol and winding up in the ER, $4,658,865. We'll be back later to talk about golfing with the president, some of my congressional friends, and don't miss our feats of strength later, where Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell will arm wrestle to see who gets witnesses at the impeachment trial. Okay, he's back again. Good. Should we keep going with this? This is kind of funny. Just last week, Congress passed, without my vote, a massive 2,000-page omnibus bill that spends nearly $1.4 trillion. Members had less than 48 hours to see it. It contained dozens of other random pieces of legislation, too. That is disgusting, if you ask me. Come on. Anyway, this is considered normal business by the leaders of both parties. It's why we have a $22 million deficit. It also shows why your government is, I don't know how else to put this, very, very dumb. How dumb is your government with your money? Glad you asked. Free College sent international college students to college for free, $15,825,000. Developed 6 undergrad courses units on food marketing, $128,054. Paid for Google Scholar searches in Hawaii, not safe for work, NSF, NOAA, USFS, DOI, NASA, $51 million. What? How do you spent $51 million on Google searches in Hawaii? Paid for Google Scholar searches in Hawaii. What? I don't even know what that means. Don't worry, though. These guys are all over the problem of young people smoking. They want to stop 14-year-olds from vaping, so they raise the age to legally vape or smoke from 18 to 21. If that last sentence made any sense whatsoever to you, congratulations. You're crazy enough to run for Congress. Congress does do some good things. For example, I partnered with Mitch McConnell over the last few years to legalize hemp, which has been a pretty big success. But you should have seen the first meeting we had where I explained what hemp was to Mitch. He was very concerned that people could smoke hemp and get high. You can't. I told him, well, maybe it would have to be the size of a telephone pole. I think he's still confused. I bet Rand Paul wasn't confused about that. I bet he smoked a couple fatties in his day. Anyway, I feel responsible, though, because after all this, he became Cocaine Mitch. So maybe cannabis is a gateway drug after all. I'm kidding, stoners. Don't at me. Back to POTUS for a minute. I get teary-eyed on Festivus when I think that it was created by Frank Costanza and that Trump is president. It just shows you that a loudmouth from Queens who airs his grievances constantly can do or be anything in this world. You can do it too, kids. Oh my God, don't tell the president that some other guy from Queens created his own holiday. He'll have to create the biggest, best, most perfect holiday you've ever seen and make Mexico pay for it. Okay. That's it for me. Happy Festivus, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this year's Festivus tweets, and I hope you enjoyed the time with your family and friends during the holiday season. So there you go. That's a merry, happy Festivus, airing of grievances from Senator Rand Paul. That's how we're going to finish the show. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the like button on your way home, and make sure that you share the stream out. What did I do there? Oh, that's here's Blind Press's stream is in the chat now because I'm putting it there again. It's time for me to go, people. It's time for me to go. I'm so glad we had this time together. There's the Blind Press stream. I got to go. Thank you for being here. Those of you who stuck around. I know it's a lot later than I normally go. My name is P-Dog Knight. And I'm out of here. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.